Hey guys, and welcome back to another YouTube video. In this video I'll be going through the cash cows for round 4, going through my thoughts on them, and I know that there are going to be a lot of people that are going to trade in these guys still, as we're probably, I think this one's buy could almost be the chance to start upgrading or whatnot. So I think that I'm technically, if you view, as I've been saying this past time, as Grundy as a mid-pricer, then I'm technically starting upgrade season, or you could say I'm that Marshall should be able to do it, especially in the fantasy. I'm not, obviously this is a super fantasy video, but Supercoach, maybe there's actually a reason to stick by Grundy and not go for Marshall. But in fantasy, in world, there is a definite reason to go for Marshall in round 5, as his matchups in the next, across the following 18 weeks, I think there's also a good matchup in round 5 for him, but his matchups across the 18 weeks comparative to Tim English are a lot better. So that is the reason behind that, and then we'll figure out what's going with Gawn. But with Gawn, I just want to check just quickly, you've got Richmond and Melbourne, and the good thing about Gawn's buy is that by the time that happens, I will have no other players on the bye other than Howes and obviously the injured Reed and the not selected at the moment Manor. Other than that, no one else will be on the bye in that round for me. So I think with Grundy you trade, and with Gawn at the moment also, Gawn's playing ridiculous, so you can just hold Gawn and have 21 scorers that week, and just hope that with your starting to upgrade that you can have those sort of rookie guys also score well, like a Dempsey and stuff. But before we get into this video, remember to like and subscribe, turn the notification bell on so you know when I upload, and let's get into this video. So following on what I basically said in the long intro there, and I'll make this bigger for you guys because it is small, you'll see that Harvey Thomas is probably going to be the number one traded in guy overall. We'll see coaches' choices, and this might also change throughout the video. Let's just keep an eye on Ollie Wines at 1.2k traded out. Let's just keep that in mind because the news dropped about 40 minutes ago that he's out. So that this is the timing that is being recorded at 4:55 on the Tuesday. So that'll give you that context. So 4:55, as well as James Jordan, depending on Taylor Adams' suspension, which may come out in the next 20 minutes as well. Taylor Adams might get suspended in the VFL, which might keep James Jordan in the side, because there's actual genuine concern that James Jordan gets dropped for Taylor Adams, and they just put McInerney to the wing, put Taylor Adams 60% on ball, drop Papley's numbers and put him forward as a pressure forward. Wicks comes back into the side as well. Caleb Mitchell gets dropped. There's some other changes, etc. Dane Rampy for a key forward. You may see Aaron Francis play for the Swans, but James Jordan might survive that. But anyway, that is a whole different video, and you will actually get that in the subsequent video that's probably going to be recorded about 5:20, that these trade-in, trade-outs, they're going to change by then. I'm pretty sure, unless they don't give us that sort of show, or they don't give us the numbers don't change as consistently, but those numbers will definitely change in the coming days. As we saw when I recorded the Tom Powell and Massimo D'Ambrosio cash cows, I remember they were both around 13k. It ended up being 30k traded in Tom Powell and 20k traded in D'Ambrosio, so a lot of people do their trades later on in the week. Harvey Thomas, minus 22, break even. The thing about him is, I was saying in the intro that we need these guys in round 6. We need the big rookie scorers in round 6 because they are genuinely going to be needed when a lot of us have gone out. So we only have 3 dropout scores. Harvey Barnett might play, but you cannot be relying on him to play to get that 20-second score, because he's going to score like a 30. And he doesn't even look in line to play. So we're going in round 6 with 21 players. So that is that thinking behind that, of just sort of, hoping that we get, hoping that your rookies score well. And you've got Roberts, who all the rookies will be there. Roberts, Sanders, Colby McKercher, well, at least not on the bye. And then for most of us, we have one other rookie by then also, or maybe 2 in the forward line or something, or 1 in the forward line, 1 in the back line by then, sort of. And do you really want to be leaving yourself with a Harvey Thomas playing? Or is this just a genuine cash generation tool and you're not going to be playing him and you're going to be playing a Seth Campbell or a Charlie Lazaro? Lazaro could be dropped potentially. Seth Campbell seems pretty much a 50 scorer, and for me, mana is not there. So if we actually look at, and I'm going to do this a different way, forwards, and then I go coaches' choices, and then I go starts, and then I go, a lot of you will have Harley, but his percentage out, he's going down. He was 83% at the start of the round, and he's now 82%, and that's about to update for the day. So I reckon that's going to go down to like 80% as his ownership starts to fall down, as people realize he's not really going to score. Zane Dersma as well, people are probably going to be jumping off him as well, so not many people have him. And then the next most owned rookie is Caleb Winter. He's on the bye as well, so you cannot use him. So this is, I know I'm getting sidetracked here, but I'm just trying to show you that and Nick Watson as well, injured. So he's going to go through and come out the ringer of the out circle. So then the next most owned rookie is Ollie Dempsey. And so you see that I don't own him at the moment. That is subject to change. Cooper Simpson hasn't played, and then you're starting to get down to these sort of key forwards or small forwards, and they don't score well. It's just a known thing. That's why Ollie Dempsey is probably a slight risk, but he's shown in the past that he can score well at AFL level. He's already got, I think, 5 80-plus scores in like 8 games at AFL level, so I don't think he's as bad of a choice, but let's go back to here. So in saying that, all that I've said is basically just be careful with getting Harvey Thomas in case you get found out on the round 6 bye. In case you have Gawn, you have Windsor, then else who do you have? Because if you're getting Harvey Thomas, you're going to have to play him or a key forward, and they're going to be probably a dropout score. And do you really want a dropout score already? Basically a confirmed 50, under 50 or 50 to 60 score already in your best 21. So you'd have 2 other dropout scores. And that doesn't leave room to budge. So that's why, although Harvey Thomas was, I think, it is still a decent selection, I'm looking long-term with him, and I'm thinking maybe a Harvey Gallagher or Ollie Dempsey, both slightly worse break-evens, as in -19 and -13, but much better scorers. You can see L3 for Harvey Gallagher is 67, and he's on a wing, and Waitman, and who else went down? Someone else went down. Or was it? No, Evan Richards is a concussion, and he's going to return most likely this week from the injury report I read. So he's fine, it seems like. So Harvey Gallagher, could his role change? I don't think so, as Ed Richards is a back, but maybe they half back, but maybe they move someone else onto the wing, and Harvey Gallagher gets more into the forward pocket, which probably isn't the best role. Ollie Dempsey, I think his role is really, really good. He's pushing up and around the ground. Plus also he scored a 102 without any goals. And you can just see his non-disposal work is really carrying him. 6-2 here, 2-2 here. He got a 53 there, and then a 7-2 here. You can see his non-disposal work really seems to carry him. And then we go over to player summary, and we go over to Ollie Dempsey, and you'll see this as well, I think, in the when DFS does it, you'll see that he does pretty well non-disposal wise. You'll see here in the VFL 4-1, 4-1, a 13-1, a 13-4, sorry, a 5-2, a 3-2. So even all that's getting 17 points already off that. Plus he's going to get himself 15 or so touches, and 15 touches is probably already this is worst of, and he's going to get himself 15 to 20 touches. Like, he is doing really, really well. And if you actually look at his heat map, you'll see he's almost actually playing a wing role from a half forward role, and they have a really good connection through the midfield at the moment. So I'm really actually liking this role. And look at this heat map from here. You'll see he's really getting around the ground. So I'm actually really liking this selection, even though he's already, and that's not the right tab. Even though he's already 420k, I think he's one that could actually get up towards that 600 to 700k range, and really is in line with the type of rookies of Robert, Sanders, McKercher, etc. That sort of rookie bracket there, and sort of Sharp as well. There's sort of 4 or 5 of them. Sorry, that would be 5 of them that are there and thereabouts as the best rookies to have. And I think Ollie Dempsey still has another 200 to 300k to gain. Sanders, really, really happy with him. He's doing really well. There's a cheeky chance he gets forward status after round 6. And if he does, then Ollie Dempsey kind of becomes avoided after round 6. But also that means that Ollie Dempsey and Riley Sanders, you just pick the best one after round 6, and it probably will be Sanders also, or you can just keep on holding them and holding them and holding them because they've got that forward status, and you can slide them into the forward line and you can start getting those midfielders. So yeah, that's what I'm sort of looking at there. But I think he's on, I think JD said 38%. I think Jaden also said they're in and around that marker for him. He's not a clear cut like a Martin straight into defence. We know that Martin's going to get defensive status. Sanders is about 38, 39%, and it really depends on how that other midfield mix goes. Jai Clark, perfect role, and is starting to generate cash quickly. If you just look at the projections for Jai Clark here, you'll see that he's really going to start to generate some cash. This is on a projected 46. You can probably project him to score some 60s now, being honest with you. And you can see there a 60, 46, 46, 46. That's still 58, 77 more K for him to go up, and that's in just the next 3 weeks, I would expect, and his break even probably goes to like a 10 or a 20. After that, he still makes another probably 40 to 50K. So I'm still thinking Jai Clark's a rookie that can get himself up to 450 to 500K. It just may be a slow burn, but he's got the perfect role. So it's more about getting the... and there will be one of those rookies that probably has his break even just get killed, and that's why you need to get off of him. It could be Jai Clark, but at the moment we're just riding him high. I think he's also at a price where you can almost grab him in if you needed to, as I do think his role is good enough for him to get 60 per week, which is really good cash generation. Cadman, -3, don't really like that pick. Burgess now, not really useful pick at a 0 break even. I think last week he had a -6 break even, made 41K. You can still see the projections here. He's going to make another, 72K roughly. I reckon he's going to be a guy that gets up to 400K, but nothing much after that. Matty Roberts, one of the best. Probably can't get him anymore now just because of the buy, as well as the fact he's already 505K. So he's just going to keep on rocketing up and rocketing up. It says here he's going to probably gain, it projects here that he's going to gain, what's that? Let me just bring that in. 67K over the next 2 weeks. 67K, over the next 3 weeks, even including the buy. So I reckon he could do better than that, to be honest with you. What's that with a projected average? Projected 65 and 53. He's going to do better than that, I think. So I think he will cross ease. I think he is one that could easily go 700K and almost be a top 6 defender. Well, not top 6 defender, probably a top 20 defender. Let's look at that. Let's actually take that into account. Averages, defenders. Sorry, let's go defenders here. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. He's probably... what's he now? If you put him as a defender, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, what do we say? He's probably top 20 defenders line already. Top 20, probably blows out with DPPs to top 25 already, and that includes a poorish game in one of the games. So yeah, he is looking really, really good. I thought top 10 is probably a little bit ambitious, not gonna lie, now thinking about it. But yeah, top 25, 30 for a rookie in a defender line, that's pretty good. I mean, we did get lucky with the Sheasel getting defender, being almost top of the line in both forward and defender last year. I think it was, he wasn't top of the line, sorry, but he was in the top sort of 8 to 10 in both lines almost. So yeah, he was really, really good. And Roberts is almost doing just that. Charlie Dean, not going to play. Most Rioli is a small forward. We don't like that. Colby McKercher, his break-even's going to go below 0 again, I reckon. You can see it here. They project 72, and he's 72 projection gets him 62, 115 more K. I reckon he's going to get up to 700K, which is really, really profitable. And you can't get him in now. You're probably locked out of him now. But, I mean, 67% of the comp has him. How many of the comp has Matty Roberts? 41%, so that's pretty good, and Sanders is around that 68% as well. Draper, Mansell, Nick Watson injured as we went through, Boda Euland, Toby McMullen, no thank you. Sean Manor, I have on my side, but I'm really regretting that. I wish I'd gone the Draper and Powell route, as I would have had the better cash generation, as well as I would have also had Tom Powell already and saved 20K or 40K or whatever on Massimo, and then had another 30, 40K or whatever, 30, 40 points. Buku Karmas, he did all right, but he's a key defender. He's going to have weeks where he scores really well in Supercoach, but not really well in Fantasy. I mean, we've already seen that, I'm pretty sure. With a 55 average, he had a 34 in week 1, so that pretty much proves that point. Jeremy Sharp here, I think he's really, really good. I think he's almost out of that range where you can get him. 11 break even, so he may be one of the ones to fall off first off out of all the rookies, as his break even is 11 already, and it's quite hard to get that break even back. But he can do it. That's a 71 and 86k growth in the next sort of 3 to 4 weeks. And that's sort of around the time, probably 500k, that you start to think about trading him out. Keen, no thank you. Campbell staying in the side now, given I found a trade. And it's not, I don't have it loaded at the moment because it would give it away. But Campbell at the moment 352k. I don't think you can jump on him. I think a lot of people will be jumping off next round as well because he does have the bye in round 6. So a lot of people will be jumping off then. I may keep him just because there's other stuff. I may use him as an upgrade. He probably won't have enough cash to help Grundy get up, but if he makes 51k or whatever, he won't be used in Grundy. He may be used in another upgrade. Just looking at my side here, maybe a Bonner upgrade could be on the cards with Campbell, as Bonner is 599k, so they already have, 952k between them. They probably need another 150k in the next 2 weeks. With Bonner going crazy, if he gets dropped anyway in the next 2 weeks, which looks, with Dougal Howard potentially coming back, that could happen. And therefore my point is, don't trade in Bonner now, I don't think. I think that would be chasing the points, as he is a turnover king and could potentially be dropped soon. Boys Mullen, he did well, but he got a 51 off of it, so I'm not trading that in. Caleb Mitchell, I think he gets dropped if Taylor Adams doesn't get suspended, which we may know by now. I'm not 100% sure, but we'll see about that. So there's that. But if he does get suspended, Taylor Adams, then we will probably... Caleb Mitchell probably doesn't survive if he does. If Taylor Adams does get suspended, but we'll wait and see on that one. As they may run Constanti or they may go with or they may go with someone else, but we'll wait and see on that one. I just don't think Caleb Mitchell gets another game. He looked a little bit out of it in the second half. Walters, Conway, I did think about this for round 5 with Brodie Grundy and potentially moving, say, Seth Campbell or something like that to a Conway and then upgrading or holding Brodie Grundy. But then again, I was like, I don't think that's a good option, as I think Brodie Grundy will in the end league points, and I think that is sideways trading in the end to just hold Grundy when and you're not really going to have cash to be able to upgrade on elsewhere, because you're actually going to be burning cash to get Conway in the first place from a Campbell, or almost so, that you're not going to have enough to upgrade. Leofel, no. Moyle, Jared Witts is back, so he's not going to be playing. Charlie Lazaro did pretty well, but then again, also, he probably holds his spot again, and yeah, just looking for some cash gen more out of him. I think he's out of the price range where you can grab him, but looks like he's going to gain another sort of 50 or so K. I don't think he'll be a full 50 to 500k guy, but I think he can push sort of that 400k, which will be good in the next couple of weeks, and use him as a guy to get Grundy up. I need to check how much cash I have, but I think I have enough cash from the actual trades that I'm doing that'll help me get Grundy as well, up to Marshall as well. I'm saving some cash as well to do that. Corey Warner, I think he just is vest. Harry Barnett's not going to play, and Toby Pink, and then we start getting into the sort of defenders that are not, the players, the 200Ks that aren't going to play. So that pretty much is the video there of the cash cows for round 4. Mainly the debate goes on between, is Thomas going to be a sole cash cow, or are you going to need him in your forward line for round 6 with the 21 players that you're most likely going to have with Gawn? Can you actually stomach Thomas' score without it really impacting you? Because we have seen in each round someone has a shocker, and that could really impact you if you have a shocker combined with a Harvey Thomas on field, who I don't think will generally score that well. So I reckon it's a safer option And it does cost a little bit to go up to a Dempsey or a Gallagher at their price points, but I genuinely think that they're better options than a Harvey Thomas. But that is the video, and I'll see you guys in the next video, which will be the trade targets. And I'll see you in that one. Bye, guys.